Okay. Oh.
Before we get started, Mr. Thornton, this morning, we did end up talking to Judge King about him.
Okay.
And did get approval in 2 matters. We got approval for 2,500, 20%.
Okay, if you don't mind, write it down on a sticky note, and then we'll see if we can get the files, and we'll go back on the record, and then we can always revisit it and do a new net. Thank you. Thank you.
Keep that.
Okay, we're into the DDC. Hi, DDC.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Good afternoon. We have a number, a number, about maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 files that are retained. Jarvis Fisher, that was from earlier today, but we got it late. We got it later in the session, but that one is available. Attorney is available for that. Then we have Oscar Negron and Tony Robinson. And then we have 1 retained case so far on the women's side.
Okay. Sorry, Jan.
Ladies first.
Okay, what do you need me to do with these, Mr. Snap? Oh, yeah. Oh, also, DDC,
Yes, Your Honor.
if you could, if Mr. Anthony Thornton is still with you, then we can recall that case. We do have an update with regard to the bond.
Copy.
Okay, I got
Thank you, ma'am.
I kept his phone because I'm here.
Thank you. I don't know if you need to keep that because that's going to be a new bond on the Thornton case. Do you want the files back? Okay. Okay, I'll just put that. Thanks.
What's up, Steve? You gotta talk to him. Don't you got your own attorney? Don't you have your own attorney? Do not remove your mask.
Okay, no problem.
Hi, your name, sir?
Oscar Negron.
Okay, we're on the record. Calling case number 210-56189, People State of Michigan versus Oscar Negron. Counsel, your appearance and P number for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sanford Schulman appearing on behalf of Oscar Negron. My P number is P43230, and he consents to appear by way of video conference.
Okay, thank you. Court will waive the formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf.
Yes.
There's a Zoom probable cause. Sorry?
Yes, I was going to waive formal reading stem. Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Court will waive the formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 in the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination, Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge Archer and as the bond counsel. As the bond counsel.
I'm sorry, Judge. As the bond, he's working, no prior record at all. He's hoping to get right back to work. Just
Okay, counsel, my apologies to you, sir. Counsel, can you hear us?
Asking for personal bond. Yes.
Okay. Counsel, I hate to do this to you, but you're glitching quite a bit and we barely got any audio on you. If you could please start at the top of your bond argument.
Attorneys first.
I think it just got worse. Okay, counsel, it might have gotten worse. You're glitching.
Okay. As to bond, Your Honor, is that better?
It's a bit better. Yeah, go ahead.
Still bad. He's has strong ties to the community. He resides in Detroit. All his family lives in Detroit. He works in Detroit. And we're asking for a personal bond. He has no prior record at all. And his fiancé has retained counsel.
Thank you. DDC is a bond. Are there any holds?
I verified all.
He has a hold, Your Honor.
Okay, counsel, be advised, the DDC is indicating he does have one hold, but given your representations, again, the court was able to discern that he does have ties to the community. It doesn't appear that he has anything significant, no prior convictions, and this is a non-assaultive matter. Court is also taking into account the non-assaultive nature of the case as well as the pandemic facing the nation. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $2,000 personal bond and no firearms while the case is pending. Is there anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor. Sorry about the connection. Thank you.
No, it's fine. Okay, thank you. We are concluded. You're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera. Thanks, DDC.
Is that Thornton?
I got fish hand for it.
Bring Thornton right here.
Thornton.
I left you up all morning.
Hi, your name, sir? Okay, recalling, counsel, you're up. Counsel Murad, we're up. Recalling case number 19056555501 and case number 2006096101. People State of Michigan versus Anthony Thornton. Okay, and again, at this time, the gentleman already has court date. They are going to be, well, let's write that. It actually is going to have an effect on, standby, on the dates. Yes, it's going to be a monetary bond that changes the date. Okay, let the record reflect the probable cause conference date will remain March 8, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by preliminary examination date. Yes. No, it's going to remain monetary. It's going to, sorry, go ahead. Okay, council, we'll address the dates in just a moment, but mainly let's get on the record the bond. And we had set this aside to revisit the bond issue. What, if anything, do you have as an update?
Your Honor, our office has been in contact with the Honorable Judge King, who did maintain that an appropriate bond on each one of Mr. Thornton's matters will be a 2,510%. So $250 for each bond, or a total of $500 for both cases.
Okay, thank you. And council, be advised, we will update, we'll put an update on the record. DDC will update you on the dates in just a moment because there's a cash, but because there is a semi. So the exam date stays March 8. Is there, I'm sorry, probable cause date is March 8. Is there an exam date?
It should be 15, I believe, it's on the second page.
Stand by. Okay, got it. Okay, let the record reflect the exam, the dates are as follows. Public cause conference date is March 8, 2021 at 8:30 a.m., followed by preliminary examination date March 15, 2021 at 9 o'clock, the first district court in front of Judge King. And again, let the record reflect, based on authorization from Judge King's courtroom, the bond will be $2,500, 10% per case. Is there anything further, counsel?
Nothing I've got to touch on.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, CDC. That should be it. We'll make an update to that minimus and we'll get it to you as soon as possible.
Call the door, he's going back. Green, can you call and have him bring it?
You said what?
I need Thornton's folder back.
I'll call her front and I'll get it, yes.
Appreciate you. Now you can bring.
Hi, your name, sir?
Ms. Fisher?
Okay, we're on the record. Mr. Upshaw, you with us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, we have your client on screen, sir. Are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, calling case number 210-56191, People say Michigan versus Jarvis Nathaniel Fisher II. Counsel, your appearance and P number for the record, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Randall Upshaw, P number 4.
Go.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, 43574. We waive the formal reading, stand mute.
Okay, court will waive the formal reading, enter a night guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause conference date March 15, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by preliminary examination date March 19, 2021 at 1:30 p.m. to 36th District Court, both in front of Judge Archer and as the bond.
Your Honor, as the bond, I understand the seriousness of the offenses. I'm quite sure this honorable court had the opportunity to look over the statement. Judge, he's been locked up for 5 days. He was not even alleged to be a shooter. He was alleged to be present. He was not alleged to have robbed anyone. But so for those reasons, Judge, I understand the seriousness, but I would ask the court to give what any consideration, if possible, to this young man with no prior record.
So noted, counsel. DDC is the bond. Are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court does take into account the representations, and this court is confident that your office will present a very vigorous defense on behalf of your client. The court is also balancing that with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, one of which is a capital offense, as well as multiple counts of an assault of nature and the other elements. And the court did take an opportunity to review the file and your representations. The court is certainly taking into account, but the court also must balance safety to the community and the criteria that it utilizes under the Michigan court rules as to bond. And this court is confident, and again, as also part of the court rules, bond is subject to review at any time, and the points that you touch on are the types of things can be dealt with either at the next court date or at least at the time of exam. But for the time being, given what has been presented, or rather on the face of the charges, as well as ensuring safety to the community, because it includes that there are complaining witnesses who are still who are witnesses who this court wants to ensure that they remain safe and to maintain the integrity of the case. At this time, court is going to remand your client to the custody of the Wayne County Jail. Further, while this case is pending, your clients have no contact with complaining witnesses John Michael Delisle and Kelly Langsdale. No contact means no written or verbal communication with these individuals, no messages to them through third parties, no contact or assistance to their places of residence and places of employment, as well as it appears that some of the complaining witnesses are under the age or 18 or under the age of 18, which also extends to no contact with their schools or agencies that provide services, and no contact with their parents and or legal guardians. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you for being here.
Okay, thank you, sir. We are concluded. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Actually,
You working for this?
Yeah, and these are female.
We start from.
You got one more attorney. Is that for Durden?
Yes, for Robinson. Robinson.
You got two Robinsons. Which one?
Which one?
Tony.
Tony. Thank you.
leave it on, brother. Come on, man. Hey, Ryan, what's the last name? Leave your mask on at all times. Say nothing.
Pull it over your nose.
Hi, your name, sir?
Tony Robinson.
Okay. DDC, my apologies. I think Attorney Cripps was on this case. However, it might be that we lost him. So if we could, Mr. Robinson, my apologies, sir. Your attorney did check in, but it might be a Zoom technical issue. It seems that we've lost him, but so as soon as we're able to get him reconnected, we'll recall the case. So just step aside, and as soon as we get an update, we'll have you back, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, DDC, until we get Mr. Cripps back, we should be able to go down your list. Counsel, who do we have that's ready to go?
Your Honor, I guess we're not going to do the female now, right? But I have the female. I'm retained. Attorney Reed.
Yes, sir. Well, we have a significant number of cases on the men's side, and as long as we have matches, we pretty much go straight down that list because they have one set of staff. So basically, we need to be able to, get them while we've got them.
But again, just
Counsel, who do we have?
I guess.
Say again, sir.
You just can't pull out a female trial and you retain person from the female for a female. She's not standing right there.
That is correct, sir. We're on the men's side, and they're two separate chambers. It's like one large. It's like one large building, and staff for DDC is on one side of the building handling all of the transport back and forth in front of the camera on the men's side. Okay, counsel again.
There might be one halfway down, but hopefully I should have that time.
Okay, thank you. All right, DDC, we should be able to go straight down your list with the exception of number 2.
Copy. Skip number 2.
Davion Nils.
Okay, thank you, sir. Be right there. Calling case number 210-56812, people state of Michigan versus defendant number 1, Davion Romel Nails, counsel.
Roger Rob, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Davion Dales, waive reading stand mute. Mr. Dales has been advised of the constitutional right.
Full with formal reading. Enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 at the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Arthur and as the bond.
Bond Honor, Mr. Dales is 23 years old, a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He is not working at this time, Your Honor, maintains he's receiving government assistance. There is unable to book monetary bond. We would ask the court to consider a personal bond in this particular matter. He's put us in contact with his mother. He also has a son, a 2-year-old son, who's active in his life.
Thank you, DDC's bond, any hold?
He has a hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account representations, including your client's significant family and residential ties to the community, and also your representations that he can have, there's going to be a no contact order while this case is pending, that he has someplace else to stay or he'll have no contact with complainants. Court will therefore do the following. Court will set bond the amount of $10,000, personal bond.
Wait a second, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Bill.
Also, while this case is pending, no contact with complaining witnesses. Alexis Tanksley, Praveen Haley, Christopher Brown, Shione Foote, and Lamar Reynolds. No contact means no written or verbal communication with these individuals, no messages to them to third parties. No contact orders extending to their places of residence and places of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Further, your client is going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Also, no contact with the residents or place, also known as 20111 Ripel in the city of Detroit. So no contact with that particular location. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
$10,000 person.
So tired of telling them the same thing.
She gave me $10,000. Hey, what's Hayes' open charge? What's his open charge?
I don't know about her. He's supposed to look at the computer. Yeah.
First and last name, Dad. All right. How you going, Joshua McKelly?
Okay, calling case number.
Oh, I think they
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Kinley, stand by. We need to get an update for yours, and as soon as we do.
Okay.
Sorry.
camera 2.
If you can, DDC, if you can put Mr. McKinley in front of camera 2, they can get him interviewed.
All right.
Thank you.
When the person, when he come home,
Hi, Mr. Blake, who are you checking in on?
Hi, Your Honor. I'm checking in on a Stephen Negron and a Ray Crumbie.
straight down, straight down,
Who is it again?
Stephen Negron. N-E-G.
Stephen Negron?
Yes, and Ray Crumbie.
I don't think we have a Stephen Negron on the docket for today. We had an Oscar Negron, but I think that was a retained case. We don't have a Stephen Negron.
Okay, so you don't have Crumbie either?
Who?
Ray Crumbie, C-R-U-M-B-I-E.
No.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Chris, we lost you.
I apologize, Your Honor. It's the error of multiple Zoom.
It's okay. DDC, when you can, we have Cripps here for Tony Robinson. When you can get him in front of the camera. Okay, who do we have in front of the camera now?
Hisham El-Saidi. Hisham El-Saidi.
Thank you, sir. Calling case number 210-56178, People State of Michigan versus Hisham Ahmed Al-Saidi. Also calling case number 210-44271, People State of Michigan versus Hisham Ahmed Al-Saidi. Counsel.
Brian Murad, PA 3665, on behalf of Hisham Al-Saidi, waive reading stand. Mr. Al-Saidi's been advised of his constitutional rights.
Call word the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom pretrial date April 7. Strike that. As the case number 210-44271 is going to be a pretrial date April 7, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. It will be in front of Judge Bryant. As the case number 210-56178, there will be a Zoom probable cause conference date March 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. Preliminary examination date to be determined, and it will be in front of Judge King and as the bond.
As the bond, Your Honor, Mr. Al-Saidi is 28 years old. He's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. Indicates to us, Your Honor, that he does not have any assaultive history. He's gainfully employed at this time, Your Honor. He wants the court to know that despite his employment, he's unable to post a monetary bond. Although these are serious allegations, Your Honor, they do appear to be non-assaultive. I would ask this court to consider a personal bond in this particular matter.
Thank you. Did you see this bond or any holds?
He has holds, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, as to case number ending 44271, court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, can you give me the end of that case number again?
4271. And as to case number ending 6178, court will set bond in the amount of $3,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
It might be irrelevant, Your Honor, but it looks like my list, I have the two of the same case numbers that both end in 6178 on my list. But I do know what the court's talking about when it's references both matters.
So noted, thank you. Yep, the other case number is 4271. Okay, anything further? And thank you for highlighting that. Anything further?
Nothing further.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Yeah, y'all don't be listening.
This way, brother John, like accept them,
Give me dirty. I'm on dirty. It's
Dirty?
Hi, your name, sir?
Hello, Christopher Durham. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. What is your name again, sir?
Christopher Durham.
Thank you.
That's who he is.
Calling case number 210-56196, People State of Michigan versus Christopher Duran, also known as Christopher Lamont Duran, counsel.
Brian Murad, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Christopher Durham, waive reading stand. Mr. Durham.
Call away the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date March 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones and as the bond.
Bond, Your Honor, my client, Mr. Durham, is a 41-year-old lifetime resident here in the state of Michigan. Despite the habitual offense list, Your Honor, it does look like Mr. Durham has no assault convictions, Your Honor. This is the first assault matter that we've been charged with based on our conversation. He's not working at the time, Your Honor. He's here for other positions, so he indicates to us that he's unable to post a monetary bond. As he comes in the community, Your Honor, he's a high school graduate. He did early trade here in the community in cleaning and decorating. He maintains, again, he can't post a monetary bond, and most importantly, will not be residing with the complaining witness in this matter. He has completely separate address and prior attendance to the court. Understands no contact, Your Honor. I'd ask this court for personal bond.
Thank you. DDC's bond, any hold?
He has a hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court takes in account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community. Court is also balancing with the nature of the charges and the allegations of an assaultive nature within the context of a domestic dynamic as to these charges. With regard to, and also take into account the COVID pandemic facing the nation, court will do the following. Court will set bond amount of $7,500 personal bond. Also, while this case is pending, your clients have absolutely no contact with complaining witnesses Brianna Leverett and Brittany McGee. No contact means no written or verbal communication with these individuals, no messages to them through third parties. No contact or those extends to their places of residence and places of employment, and also includes no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Your client will also be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Hold on one second. You got it? This way, brother. Let's go. I got it. Understand.
Hi, your name, sir?
Tony Robinson.
Okay, Mr. Cripps, are you ready?
Ready, Your Honor.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56200, People State, Michigan versus Tony Mac Robinson, also known as Tony Robinson Jr., also known as Tony Malone, also known as Tony Mac Miller, also known as Tony Mac Robinson Jr. Counsel, your appearance and P number, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Cripps, P 34972, appearing on behalf of Tony Mac Robinson. He was standing to waive the reading complaint for it.
Okay, thank you. Court will wait the formal reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Stand by. Okay, court, where the formal reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf is the Zoom probable cause date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Followed by Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Judge, I'm sorry, there was background noise. I couldn't hear the PCC date.
There is a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court. Preliminary examination date to be determined. It will be in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'm asking for a personal bond. My client is 42 years old, resides at 3630 South Edsel in the city of Detroit. Lives with his fiance. My client has 3 children that he financially supports. Unfortunately, he had a good job at April Steel, but he's been laid off. In this case itself, I believe there was a firearm found underneath the car seat, and that gun was lawfully registered to my client's fiance. So I don't think he would be a danger to the community, Your Honor. He would not miss any court dates in this matter. But as
thank you.
That are personal.
Yes. Thank you. Did you see the bond or any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, including stable residential ties, and these are non-assaulting charges. Court also takes into account the pandemic facing the nation. Court will set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Okay. Yes, sir. You're all set. Take a step away from the camera.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Colonel, come on. It's black.
Hi, your name, sir?
Hi.
Your name, sir?
Carl.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56180, People State, Michigan versus Joshua Carl, counsel.
Brian Maroff, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Joshua Carl, wait formal reading, stand mute. Mr. Carl's been advised of the constitutional right.
Call away the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. Also to 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer and S. Bond.
Your Honor, Mr. Carl is 18 years old, a lifetime resident of the city of Detroit, with no prior criminal history whatsoever. Your Honor, he's actually still in the 11th grade in online school. He's in high school right now. He's receiving Social Security and a rich card. He does suffer from a plethora of different disabilities. I did have a conversation with his mother, who is watching live on YouTube right now as we speak. She is his custodian. She will be taking care of him while this case is pending, and insurance was anticipated no contact order is going to be following. Your Honor, he is speech and language impaired as well. He has medication that he has not received since being incarcerated. I'd ask the court to consider a personal law on this particular matter, which is no contact order.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Council Court takes into account representations, including the pandemic facing the nation at this time, as well as your assurances that there will be no contact between the parties, and your client has someplace else to stay, so to reduce contact between the parties, as well as the other medical conditions that you place on the record. Given those elements, court will set bond amount of $2,000 personal bond. While this case is pending, no contact with the complaining witness Rebecca Connolly or Canole. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person. No messages to her through third parties. No contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set. Take your separate from the camera. Hi, your name, sir?
Ron Thomas.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56183, State of Michigan versus Deron Thomas, also known as Deron Thomas, also known as Speedy, also known as Deron Thomas, also known as Thomas Deron. Counsel?
Driver on page 3665, on behalf of Mr. Deron Thomas, waiver reading stand. Mr. Thomas has been advised of this constitutional right.
Court with the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date also at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Mr. Thomas is a 20-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He gained employment at this time. Despite his employment receiving government assistance, we maintain his domain with most monetary bond. These are serious, but they are not assault allegations, not ethics or personal bond.
Thank you. Do you see his bond or any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court takes into account representations, including a significant ties to the community. This is not assaultive. Courts will take into account the pandemic facing the nation at this time, and it appears that there's nothing else outstanding or pending. Given those elements, court will set by the amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Yes, sir.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Hi, your name, sir?
I'm fine.
Your name, sir?
Khalil Henderson.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56184, State of Michigan versus Killer Xavier Henderson. Counsel?
Right, Rob, PA 3665, on behalf of Khalil Henderson, waiver reading stand. Mr. Henderson's been advised of this constitutional right.
Call with formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's going to be a Zoom probable cause conference date set for March 23, 2021 at 8:30 in the 36th District Court. Preliminary examination date to be determined, also by Zoom at the 36th District Court in front of Judge King and Esteban.
Mr. Henderson is 27 years old, he's been in the city of Detroit his whole life, a high school graduate, now on probation for parole, does something for the past he would want this court to know he would follow all of its orders, he has this court to personal bond, and he's on assault allegations.
Thank you. Court takes into account your representations, including this is essentially an issue involving paperwork for a motor vehicle. These are non-assaultive charges, but also taking into account the pandemic facing the nation. Court will set bond $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No further, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
I got a person.
Right there. What's your first last name?
Hi, your name, sir?
Demetrius Embry.
Thank you. Calling case number 2105618, People say Michigan versus Demetrius Jamal Embry, also known as Demetrius Jamal Embry, also known as Demetrius Jamal, different spelling of the middle name, Embry. Counsel?
Rob Rob, P. 3665 on behalf of Demetrius Embry, waiver extend numerous Embry for the cause of this constitutional.
Call with the formal reading and turn now get declaring your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date, March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the Thursday District Court. Offenders, Giles and Esteban.
Ron Ron, Mr. Embry is 25 years old, a lifetime resident here in the state of Michigan with no prior criminal history. He is employed at this time as a barber, Your Honor, but maintains he cannot post monetary bond. He's also a high school graduate, and will be starting school in the summer at Wayne State. I would ask this court to consider a personal bond.
Thank you. DDC is bonds any hold.
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes the account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community. Also, these are non-assaultive charges and the pandemic facing the nation. 12% bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there, and no firearms while the case is pending? Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Stand still.
Take your hood off.
Hi, your name, sir?
Aubrey Stanfield.
Your name, sir? Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Calling case number 2105618, People say Michigan versus Aubrey Stanfield. Counsel?
Brian Rob, P. 3665 on behalf of Aubrey Stanfield, waiver extend Stanfield for the cause of this constitutional.
Forward the formal reading and turn now deputy on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Brian Rob, these are not assaultive allegations. My client has 3 different children. Here in the community, he's active in all of their lives, no prior criminal history. He's a high school graduate. He's completed 2 years at Wayne State. He also suffered from asthma, Your Honor. I'd ask the court to consider personal bond as he's unemployed and these are not assaultive allegations.
Thank you. DDC's bond any hold?
He has holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account representations, including your client's significant family and residential ties to the community. Further, this is a non-assaultive matter, although he does have another matter outstanding for another matter. This particular case is non-assaultive. Court on this case will set bond the amount of $2,000 personal bond. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
I'm still gonna talk to you.
We are ready on Mr. McKinley now.
Thank you. DDC, we're ready on McKinley when you are.
Back.
Copy.
Hi, your name, sir? Hello, your name, sir?
Joshua McKinley.
Thank you. Calling case number 2105617, People say Michigan versus Joshua McKinley.
Brian Rob, P. 3665 on behalf of Mr. Joshua McKinley, waiver extend Mr. McKinley to the bond of this constitutional.
Call with the formal reading and turn now get to clear on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined, and it will be in front of, at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, Mr. McKinley is a 33-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit with no assault history. He does take medication that he maintains he's not received. He's usually on a heart monitor, he suffers from asthma, bronchitis, arthritis, and bone disease. He also wants to know that he's a founder of a social club that passes out food, food bags, school supplies, It applies for the homeless as well. And these are not assault allegations, Your Honor. I ask this court to reverse the law.
Thank you, DDC. Respond to Hall.
Yes, holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court takes into account representations, including your client's medical frequency conditions, as well as that these are, to your client's benefit, these are non-assaultive matters. And court also does acknowledge that your client is contributing to the community in other ways, given those elements. First, we're going to mark the file medical. Also, as to this case, court will set bond in the amount of $2,500 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Step up.
Josh, I'll put him up now. What you get, brother?
Hi, your name, sir?
Richard Johnson.
Thank you. Calling case number 2104427, People State Michigan versus Richard Harold Johnson. Counsel.
Brian Moran, PA 3665, on behalf of Richard Johnson, waive reading and Mr. Johnson to advise.
Court will waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom pretrial date, April 7th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Bryant and as the bond.
Bond, Your Honor, Mr. Johnson is a 31-year-old lifetime resident here in the state of Michigan. Maintains a low prior, but he may have some traffic matters. Your Honor, he's a caregiver of the model. He doesn't seek to limit his disability. He does take medication, Your Honor, as well, but he maintains that he has received that. I asked the court for personal bond in this particular matter. My client definitely understands that no contact with the complaining witness. There's a 4-year-old child here in the state of Michigan as well.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court takes into account representations, including your client's ties to the community, including family ties and gainful employment, and also that you have acknowledged that he will maintain the no contact order while this case is pending. Court will set bond amount of $1,500 personal bond while this case is pending. No contact with complaining witness Darius Christopher Sewell. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person. No messages sent to third parties. No contact or those extends to place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you step away from the camera.
This way, brother. Put you up and see what's going on.
Hi, your name, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
What's your name?
Doing well, sir. Your name, sir?
Kenneth Evans.
Thank you. Calling case number 2104428, First State Michigan versus Kenneth Evans, also known as Kenneth Evans Jr. Counsel.
Brian Moran, PA 3665, on behalf of Kenneth Evans, waive reading and Mr. Evans to advise this constitutional.
Call with the formal reading. Enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom pretrial date, April 7th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Bryant and that's bond.
Bond, Your Honor, Mr. Evans is a lifetime resident here in the state of Michigan, 36 years old. May have some prior criminal history, Your Honor, but based on our conversation, Mr. Evans indicates that it's a non-assault history. And it is old. Your Honor, he's gainfully employed at this time as an injection mold process machine operator. He's a high school graduate as well. He's not on any probation role. Definitely understands no contact, and despite his employment, indicates to us that he cannot post a monetary bond. So I'd ask the court to consider personal bond in this matter with a no contact.
Okay, thank you. Counsel Court takes into account your representations. Court is going to do the following. Court will set bond in the amount of $2,000 personal bond. While this case is pending, your clients have absolutely no contact with complaining witness Kevon Quilter. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person. No messages sent to third parties, and no contact or those extends to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
No further, thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Hi, your name, sir?
Hello, I'm doing good. What about you?
What's your name?
Doing well, sir. Your name, sir?
Oh, Alfred.
Alfred Robinson.
Yes.
Okay, calling case number 210-56187, He was in Michigan versus Albert Robinson III. Counsel.
Driver Rob PA 3665 on behalf of Alfred Robinson, waiving stand mute. Mr. Robinson's been advised to stop.
Call with the formal reading and turn night deputy clear on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom clear examination date to be determined. Also Thursday District Court in front of Judge Giles and as a bond.
Bonder, Mr. Robinson, 25 years old, he's a lifetime resident here in the state of Michigan. Indicates to us that he doesn't have any criminal priors, but he might have some traffic matters. He wants the court to know that he is working the assembly line, Your Honor. He's going to be working on his GED as well. He's not on probation or parole. Indicates to us that he can post a monetary bond as he's done on assault allegations. He has a personal bond.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any hold?
He has a hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account representation, including this is not an assaultive. Court also takes into account the pandemic facing the nation at this time. Your client also has significant residential and family ties as well as gainful employment. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $2,000 personal bond and no firearms while the case is pending. Is there anything further?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera. Hi, your name, sir?
How you doing? My name is David Kirkland.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56186, Super State Michigan versus David Maurice Kirkland. Counsel.
Driver Rob PA 3665 on behalf of Mr. David Kirkland.
Call away the formal reading and turn night deputy clear on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom clear examination date to be determined, also to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Jones and as bond.
Mr. Bond, I'd like to let you know Mr. Kirkland's 25 years old. He wants the court to know that other than 2 years he's spent in Atlanta, he's been in the city of Detroit his whole life. He indicates to us he's having a phone prior to is receiving government assistance at this time. These two appear to be non-assaultive allegations, really, it's a non-assaultive history. He understands he needs to take a return to court. He has GED. I asked this court for personal law.
Thank you. Counsel, just out of curiosity, the court's looking at, he does have an habitual offender fourth offense notice is arising. The most recent conviction is August of 2020 for felon in possession of a firearm. Is he on probation?
He indicates to us that he's not on any probation. Based on our conversation.
Did you see his bond or any hold?
He has hold, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, of concern is that your client, the fact that this was from August of 2020, that was barely 6 months ago, a conviction out of Third Circuit Court for a similar offense. Now, these are allegations only at this time, but it suggests that this court is not aware of the circuit court doing 6-month probations. You might get that in a district court for misdemeanor, but certainly not something of that caliber suggesting a felony conviction out of circuit court. And it suggests that this case, on its face, this case suggests that he's just picked up another case for the same type of offense.
And I completely understand the court's concern. I do understand that Mr. Kirkland may have a time, or he maybe didn't understand the question, but when our office was asking for confirmation, based on his representation, I just asked the court to focus on the fact that there are not assault allegations. He doesn't have any cases based on my understanding. So I think that if the court issues a no contact, a firearms order, I think Mr. Kirkland will abide by that order, and we'll turn to the court and follow all orders of this court.
Thank you. Did you see, I'm sorry if we haven't asked this bond, were there any holds?
He has hold, Your Honor.
Okay, stand by. All right, counsel, here's what we're going to do. Given your representations, these are non-assaultive on their face. Court at this time is going to set bonding amount of $7,500 personal bond. Your client is going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS. Tyler?
I just finished the Detroit.
And no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
He says you never had the mission, so you can't do it.
You got the mission.
Yes, sir.
Still rolling.
Hey. What's going on?
We're done down here.
How many more we have? 2 left?
Yeah, 2 left. They being received by.
Somebody putting the mix out for you or something? I am.
Teamwork goes.
That's how
That's how
that's how
it
it
goes.
goes.
It doesn't go. Yeah, you got. Very hard to go. You had this guy first one already. I have.
Hey, bro, tell him where you going now. Hey, my man. Looks like we're on a 2-minute standby.
Sorry, sir.
Looks like we're on a 2-minute standby.
2-minute standby?
Yeah, waiting for the.
Oh, so for the other ones are Wheat and Edwards, is that correct? Okay. DDC question, do you guys have staff over on the women's side by any chance?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell you what, we do have a retained attorney
And just be ready
over on the
all
women's
other
side.
women, too.
Okay, stand by. Mr. Reagan, I'm sorry, what'd you say, sir?
I said we're ready on all the women on the women's side as well, Judge.
Okay, terrific. We do have one retained case on the women's side, so we're gonna maybe, your brother counsel told us that you guys need a couple of minutes for the other on the men's side, so we were gonna try to make use of our time and do the one on the women's side that's retained.
Copy.
DDC, if you would, we're going to leave you there, see if we can put you on mute for the time being, and then we'll maybe go over on the other side and take care of the one retained case on the women's side at least, okay?
Copy, thank you.
Thanks, ma'am. Yes, sir. Hi, DDC.
After Attorney Reed, we can go down the list.
Yes, sir. If you would, please, Felicia James. We have one retained case for Felicia James.
Okay. Okay, we're getting together right now.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Mr. Reagan. What were you saying, sir?
I was going to say, Judge, and we can just do all the females if the young ladies, if you like to, Your Honor. We've interviewed all.
That's fine, because we just kind of want to keep them moving and make use of our time. Your brother counsel told us that on the men's side, we're waiting on 2 interviews on the men's side. So if that helps, then we can just kind of keep moving. Sorry. Thank you. Hi, ma'am, your name?
Felicia Lightfoot.
Thank you. We're on the record. Calling case number 08063398001, People State, Michigan versus Felicia Deshawn James, counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please the court, Daniel Reed, number 30965, appearing on behalf of Ms. James. We're waiting for him reading to stand muted this time. Ms. James, state your name for the record, please.
Ma'am, to state your name?
Felicia Lightfoot.
Okay, thank you. Court will wait the formal reading into your not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date, March 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. And it will be in front of Judge King and as the bond.
Yes, Your Honor. We need us for a personal bond in this matter. Ms. Lightfoot James, she's a lifelong resident of Syria. The court looks at the complaint. It's a matter that happened back in 2003. I don't know why for them to get it. I think maybe in 2008, but she's on disability and she has no financial means to make a cash bond.
Thank you. Did you see this bond in your hold?
No holds.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account representations, including this is an older matter, and these are all non-assaultive. Court also takes into account her significant ties to the community, and given those elements in the pandemic facing the nation, court will set bond $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. We appreciate the court.
Yes, sir. Take care, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You're all set. You can step away from the camera. DDC, we do have attorneys here. We do have the DC here for the rest of the women. So we could actually go straight down that list if you have them ready to put in front of the camera.
Yes, we do. Hold on one second.
Thank you, sir.
What's your name?
Precious Ainsley.
Okay.
Thank you.
Say your name for
Precious Ainsley.
Okay, DDC, if you can, maybe tilt the camera down just a bit. We're just getting pretty much the top of her hair. There we go. Okay, calling case number 2104426 People State, Michigan versus Precious Ainsley. Counsel, your appearance.
Right on behalf of Ms. Ainsley, waive the reading stand mute. Ms. Ainsley has been advised of her rights.
Full with the formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a pretrial date by Zoom, March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Garrett and as the bond.
Judge, my client's 27 years of age, no prior criminal history. Judge, she was actually on her way to the police station by phone with 911 when her son's father was following her. I don't know how she ended up getting charged, Judge, based on our conversation, but she does suffer from a blood clot in her leg, Judge. She hadn't had her medication. She has a broken foot right now, and I'm concerned about that. She has 5 screws in her foot. She won't have contact with her son's father. She says it's a blessing. They did not move in together. She's staying with her uncle and aunt in Detroit, Judge. I'd ask him for a personal bond, no contact, Judge.
Thank you. All right, counsel court takes in kind of representations, including her pre-existing medical condition, given those elements, call with set bond minor $1,000 personal bond. While this case is pending, no contact with the complaining witness, Dante Jones. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages given to third parties. The no contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Counsel, we're also going to mark the file medical. DDC, we hadn't asked, are there any holds?
No hold, John.
Thank you. Okay, we are marking the file medical. Counsel, is there anything further?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. Step away from the camera.
John, next court date?
March 22nd. Do you copy?
Yes. Step on line, state your name.
Trina Johnson.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56167, People State Michigan versus Trina Marie Johnson, also known as Trina Johnson. Counsel.
Deliberating on behalf of Ms. Johnson, waive the reading, stand mute. Ms. Johnson is advised of her rights, Your Honor.
Forward the formal reading enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date March 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge King and Esteban.
Judge, my client's 61 years of age, no prior criminal history, lives in the Metro Detroit area, has strong ties. She's a caregiver, Judge, by trade. She even has paperwork, she says, Judge, for this gun is registered. I'd ask the court to grant a personal bond with the condition of no illegal weapons or guns.
Thank you. Did you see his bond? Any hold?
No.
Thank you. Counsel court takes in account representations, including your client's significant long-term ties to the community. This is a non-assaultive matter. Court also takes into account the pandemic facing the nation, given those elements. Public bond, $1,000 personal bond, and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. Step away from the camera.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, it's a 2-defendant case, Catchings and Morgan. Okay, DDC, there's a co-defendant, there's Morgan and Catchings.
Yes, they're both here.
Okay, if you can have them both in front of the camera, please.
Catchings. State your name.
Okay, calling case. Thank you, ma'am. Calling case number 210-56198, People State Michigan versus defendant number 1, Donna Monique Morgan, and defendant number 2, Tyrone Monet Catchings. Counsel.
Deliberating on behalf of Mr. Catchings and Ms. Morgan would waive the formal reading as to both young ladies. Stand mute. They both been advised of their rights.
Thank you. Court waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. They both have a Zoom probable cause conference date March 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge King and Esteban.
Judge Esteban, Ms. Morgan, Judge, is 34 years of age. Ms. Catchings is 29. They both have no prior assault. Ms. Catchings is employed at Happy Pizza, Judge, while Ms. Morgan is employed at the family business, an insurance company. Judge, they both will have absolutely no contact with police officers. They have strong ties. Both live in the city of Detroit, Your Honor. Ms. Catchings does receive some Social Security. She lives in government-based housing, so she can't afford to post a bond. Miss Morgan suffers from high blood pressure. Judge does have some college under her belt, but they both understand no contact with police. Miss Morgan understands she is not to possess any type of weapon at this particular time. I don't think they're flight risk, Judge. Based on their lack of prior assaultive history, I asked for personal bond for both young ladies.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any holds on either of these young ladies?
They both have holds.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, as to Ms. Morgan, court takes into account your representations. Both of them have significant ties to the community, including gainful employment and family and residential ties. As Ms. Morgan, court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while the case is pending. And as to Ms. Catchings, for the same reason stated on the record, these are non-assaultive. Court also takes into account the pandemic facing the nation at this time. Court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Nothing further. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, ladies, in separation of camera. Thank you, DDC.
Hopefully I'll get $1,000 on the personal bond. I'll explain to you guys.
Okay, counsel, do we have an update on Edwards? Thank you. DDC, we're back on the men's side. Hi, DDC, if you can unmute, please. Okay. Hi, your name, sir?
Shelton Wheat.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56199, People State Bishop versus Shelton Maurice Wheat, also known as Shelton Wheat, counsel.
Brian Morales, yes, Mr. Shelton Wheat, 3665, we agree. Yes, you, Mr. Wheat,
Call with formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's going to be a Zoom probable cause conference date March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer and as the bond.
Bond on Mr. Wheat is a 51-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. Purchase jurisdictional responsibility for conviction for their back from 2006, almost 15 years ago. My client indicates that one of those matters should have been dismissed, that he'll take that up with the next attorney. He's being employed for the water company and has been so for the last year. He's a high school graduate as well. Has the score for personal bond and no context.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any holds? Thank you, ma'am. Counsel, court takes into account representations despite the nature of the charges. Court takes into account that he does have significant residential ties to the community as well as gainful employment, long-term gainful employment. Also, counsel, one thing to address, it appears that the address of record for your client is the same as that of the location of the alleged offense and the same as that of the complainant. Does your client have someplace else to stay or
So,
just?
Your Honor, my client indicates that the complaining witness, well, the allegation is the complaining witness is a next door neighbor. I would ask the court to consider allowing my client to remain in his house.
Okay.
If not, Your Honor, I think that we're here to see what responsibilities.
No, that's okay. Thank you. No, and the court, upon another review, it is the case that the addresses are similar on the same street and they appear to be close in house number. But here's the thing: if it is the case that your client can maintain the no contact order, in other words, the onus is on him and his responsibility. That if he sees his client, the complaining witness, it is his responsibility to turn around and remove himself from the situation, either go back into the home. But basically, it's his responsibility to remove himself from the situation. Is he able to comply with that?
Absolutely, we're confident that he will.
All right, thank you. Here's what the court is going to do. The court is going to set bond in the amount of $2,500 personal bond. While this case is pending, no contact with the complaining witness, Hunter Everett Henderson. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties. The no contact order also extends to his place of residence and place of employment, no social media contacts directly or indirectly. And again, the court wants him to be able to remain in his home. The court recognizes that this case is unique in that they are neighbors, but he is able to stay in his home. However, again, the responsibility is his, and if he sees the complaining witness, it is his responsibility to remove himself from that situation, turn around, go back in the house, turn around, walk away. No contact, no speaking, and no social media contact, no contact whatsoever. Is there anything further?
Nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Come on out, Brother Sean. Phone to clear. That way, brother, push it back up. Bishop, hold on a second. Say yourself on the very mind, say a first and last name, put that mask over your nose and mouth, brother. Thank you, brother. Hey, you need these phone calls, push you up.
Cleveland.
I'm gonna put you back in the sign safe. You need to use the phone.
All right, calling case. First, we have a case that is looks like one misdemeanor matter to cover, traffic misdemeanor to cover before we get to his other matters. Calling case number, ticket number P11394162, Michigan versus Stephen Lamar Edwards. So you're charged on this ticket with misdemeanor count 1, driver license not valid or improper license. You missed a court date. It's going to be a personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Calling P ticket 1062240. Your charge counts 1 and 2, driver license suspended, no insurance misdemeanor. You missed the court date. The personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. You have a Zoom pretrial date as to both. On March 29, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Ford. With any criminal matter, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You also have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one on your own, the court will appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, at this time, the warrant to set aside and that bond is continued. Next, calling case number 210-55524. Houston, Michigan versus Cleveland Lamar Edwards. Counsel.
Driver on P3665 on behalf of Mr. Cleveland Edwards.
Forward the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date set for March 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom term examination date to be determined, also to Thursday District Court, and it will be in front of Judge Jones in his bond.
Your Honor, Mr. Edwards, 34 years old, a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, indicates to us, Your Honor, based on our conversation, that he doesn't have any prior criminal history. He just got a great job. He just started 2 weeks ago as a highway driver. He's a high school graduate, Your Honor. He's not on public parole based on our conversation. Because this matter does look like he's a bit older, and I understand my client has not been arraigned on this matter. Understands to have no contact with his witness, doesn't have an 8-year-old daughter, and he is a stable resident with his girlfriend and daughter.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, sir. When you say stable residence with the girlfriend, is it the same person who's the complainant on this case?
No, Your Honor, he indicates to us that that is not the case. Indicates to us that that is not the case.
Thank you. All right, DDC is bond or any hold?
He has a hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, here's what the court is going to do. The court is going to set bond in the amount of $20,000 personal bond while this case is pending. Absolutely no contact with the complaining witness, Monique Cathy. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties, and no contact order also extends to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. I'm sorry, no contact with the complainant. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties, and no contact order also extends to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera. DDC, it's everything that we have. Is there anyone who's been through for 48 hours or more at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. See you next time.
Thank you. See you.